welcome back to Southern Yankee Beauty. Super excited. My mail came today and I got the new Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette and the new Rose Cheek Duo. It's a cream blush and highlighter. We're going to play with these today. I'm going to do a look using them. Just a couple tips. So this retails for $25. This retails for $19. If you order it off of the Natasha Denona website, you're $6 away from free shipping, and they charge you $15 on Natasha Denona's website for shipping. Now they package it, it gets here beautifully, but what I did is they were running a sale on their foundation, and so I ordered their foundation because it was 50% off. So it's the Foundation X Full Coverage Fruit Complex. I got mine in the color Light Beige Clair. Hope I picked out an okay color. It's so hard to pick out colors, but here it is. So looks kind of yellow. Anyway, we're going to put this on. So I'm going to take all my makeup off. That's how I got away with the free shipping, because I wanted to try their foundation anyway. And we're going to get into this. I'm going to show you, let me show you both of these. Let me open them up. So you get yours in your, that's like the typical package for the minis. The minis, like I said, they retail $25. And right away, the first thing I noticed with this is, it's upside down, is there's only one shimmer. A lot of times with Natasha Denona, in fact, I might have a couple here. Yeah, there's two more over here. A lot of time with her minis, you do get more than one shimmer. So I'll show you in just a second. So you have 5 shades. You have the one shimmer. This one over here is her cream to powder formula. So Wink, Plush, Blaze, Izzy, and Bruno. Those are the colors. For $25, I would like to see one more shimmer in here, because you really only can, that's your lid shade, right? Your lid or your inner corner shade. It's beautiful, but there's not really, unless you go all matte, like you do an all matte look, there's not really another look you can do here with one shimmer, because that's your lid shade. So I always like to see more than one shimmer for the $25. But when you're paying for $25 for her palettes compared to $129 or $65 for the large palette, it's still a good deal. But to give you an example, here is the Mini Love palette. You have 3. I love this palette. You have this one, and this one, and you just have 2 mattes, a transition and a deepening one for some depth. Great one. And then this one is one of her newer ones, the Mini Metropolis palette. And even with this one, this color is, oh, so stunning. So this one you have 3 mattes and you have 2 shimmers. This one's way, way more shimmery than this one, but you have 2 shimmers here. So I like to see at least 2 shimmers. Natasha, if you're watching, I know you're not, but you know, in case you watched, let's put 2 shimmers at least in these things. All right, so that was, I'll do swatches after we do the look. I'll do swatches for you guys, or before, I'll put them in at some point here. You'll see swatches. All right, so then we have the cream blush in Warm Rose. This is a mini. This is $19. I would have liked to see both of these since they rolled out at the same time, also as a bundle, so you could save a little bit of money. I don't even think I opened this yet. It's already got, maybe I did. I might have looked at it. I know I didn't swatch it. So you can see it's got this pretty rose gold packaging, very similar to what we got with the Glam Face palette. It does have a little mirror, making it really nice for travel. You've got the 2 shades. You've got your little mini blush and your little mini highlight. They look really nice. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and swatch these. This does feel dry. I've heard this felt dry, and it does. Just warm it up a little bit. Ignore the nails. I'll probably redo those today. So pretty color, very pretty color. And then we have the highlight, which actually also feels a little bit drier than normal. So really beautiful though. I'll go ahead and do these swatches now, right live with you guys. All right, so we'll start over here. That's a bad swatch, very bad swatch, but we'll see how it applies when you put it on the eye. All right, going in for a transition shade. That's nice. That's more what I would expect. Let's do our creamy. This feels great. The cream shade feels really beautiful. I think this was called Blaze, and it looks beautiful. She does her metallics and they're great. Usually her mattes are super, super creamy as well. So, you know, surprised that one swatched so poorly. I mean, dark browns kind of are hard though. That's gorgeous too. And then this final one is her cream to matte formula. And this also feels great. Let's see how it swatches. Ah, beautiful. So the only one that kind of swatched crappy was this dark brown one, which I think is Bruno. I think. Anyway, we're going to get into this and make a look. I have to take my face off. I brought some little things here so we can, normally I don't use these to take my makeup off, but for a quick application, we're gonna do a quickie on the eyes, get this stuff off. I'm gonna take my foundation, everything off, and I'll show you the foundation. I'm not gonna review the foundation today, but obviously you'll see the application when I come back. I'll be right back with my foundation on. Okay, guys, we're ready to get started. First of all, the foundation's too yellow for me. Very, very yellow. It's a nice thin foundation, though, and I'm interested in maybe trying it in my right color. You probably can't return that to Natasha Denona, but I know if you buy stuff like that off Sephora, you can. Also, I found two more. They were just sitting here, and I grabbed them. Two more of her minis, and I want to show you that these also all have like a couple of shimmers. So this is one of my favorite, the Natasha Denona Mini Star Palette. I just wore this the other day. And again, we have 3 shimmers, 2 mattes. And then we have the Mini Gold Palette right here. And again, 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. And this one's kind of, I think that's her cream to matte formula. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so I think this might be the only mini that has just one shimmer. I feel like that's getting a little cheap, you know? Like, I feel like we're cutting corners here. I think that these are made in Italy. Let's see. They have a 24-month shelf life, and they are made in Italy. And typically the minis are really, really great quality. But I feel like they're cutting corners a little bit, just doing one shimmer like that. So we're going to get started, though. We're going to go in. We're going to start. My understanding, because I saw one review, this is definitely darker than this. We're going to start out with the lighter shade here to get going on the lid. I don't have a plan really. I mean, there's really kind of like one look I feel like this is going to create. I did set my eyes with a MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. Well, I didn't like set it. Like I didn't like powder it, but I just put that on my lid. So this is a beautiful shade. Beautiful, beautiful shade. You're looking for a pretty peachy type of a tone. I feel like this is definitely more peachy toned. I've heard people say rosy toned, but to me, this looks more peach. And I do really like a peach eye. I think these colors, the colors in here will be something that you'll grab for pretty often. I think you're going to get a pretty look with this. I've seen a couple of reviews, and I did, the looks that I saw created, I don't think I only saw 2. Both were beautiful. They were different. They were kind of close to similar, a little different. They were both beautiful. So there we go. Now, if we want to darken up a little bit, we're going to go into the shade here, which I don't want to tell you the wrong one. I think it's Izzy. And I'm just going to put that a little bit lower because it is a little darker. But these colors are very similar. They all kind of blend together, which can be good if you're looking for a little bit of a monochromatic look. I think you have it in this palette. Like I said, I would just personally, that doesn't bother me. I don't mind that they're close in range, but I do mind that we just have one shimmer. I think we absolutely should have had, I'm going to blend out the top just a little bit more with just a clean brush. I think we should have had 2 shimmers in here. You know, I know this gives you just a taste of the Natasha Denona, which is fine. I'm going to take the same shade, the pink, the lighter peachy shade, the first one we used, under the lid, on the bottom lid, bottom lash line. What am I trying to say, people? I don't know. This is a beautiful shade. I really like this shade. somebody mentioned that this might be a pretty blush, and I think that they are correct. I think this would be a stunning little blush. I would have liked to see the blush look more this shade than what we actually have in the Rose Cheek Duo, because I think this is more, well, I guess it's kind of corally, but looks a little more pinky to me than the rest of this. Let me let the dogs in, be right back. All right, I added in a blush too, because, I mean, lips, because it was bothering me. All right, so I'm going to start with her cream to powder. Put that on the second half of the lid and see how it builds up. This is quite a little bit of a darker shade. It's probably about as dark as it's going to get. It's not getting real dark. I might need to use a different, yeah, I think I need to use a little bit more of a denser brush for this. Let's try this. It's not really showing up. I'm going to try my finger and see if that does better. Yep, you might want to use a finger for this one. But the color is that I'm putting on, that's the depth of it. So you're not getting a lot of depth with this color, which is why we're going to add that brown, that darker brown shade that didn't swatch well over it. But I wanted to lay this down just to see what the color is. It's actually a pretty color. Maybe just not for an outer, eyelid. All right, not worried about that right there. All right, well, that's fine. We're gonna go into, let me find a small brush. We're gonna go into the outer corner again. We're gonna use the darkest shade in the palette, right here. Just do this in the outer V. Pull it through the crease just a little. Seems to be performing fine on the eye. Not getting any like weird patchiness on there or anything. So it seems to be doing okay. Bring it through here a little bit. All right, well, it performs better. Where's my, then it swatches for sure. Just gonna take this empty brush and just do a little bit of just dry blending. All right, and I do want to take that darker shade just underneath here a little bit and smoke out the outer edge. Just make it, it's nighttime, so we're gonna go smoky. Do nothing special. We're just getting ready to go to the grocery store. Some of my fancy eyes for the grocery store. All right, beautiful. Now we're gonna lighten the whole look up yet using that beautiful blaze. Just use my finger here. That's pretty. That's beautiful, guys. I think that it's soft enough that I think you could also use that with a brush, and I think it would come out really, really nice. Let me see if I have a little flat brush that I can kind of clean up the edges. Bring it up a little bit. I'm bringing it a little bit higher than my normal crease so that it can be seen a little bit better. Just like that. and bring you guys in. That's what it looks like. Really pretty. So we're just gonna take the little dark shade that we went in and just kind of darken up the edges just a little bit more while we're here. Pretty. I think that looks pretty good, right? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back with lashes and liner, and we will then do our cheeks. All right, I wasn't filming. I actually went in with Wander Beauty. So I took this and I tried to go in with a wet and just sort of pop it in here. And it's giving me a pretty blush, but it doesn't have a lot of oomph. And this is exactly what happened using the light Natasha Denona cream blush in the face, the Glam palette. So it's okay, right? But it's like be pretty layered with like maybe a different blush, but it's not giving me a whole lot of color. I want a little bit more from this. So let me find a different brush, maybe something with a little stiffer bristle, see if I can get a better application for you. All right, I got this. I think this is an e.l.f. brush. Let's see what we can do here, e.l.f. Yeah, that gave it some more oomph. So maybe you just need to find the right... It's really hard to build this up. It's not the easiest application. Like, you might be better off. Let me just try. I've used with her powders. This is such a dry formulation. I've used her powders before, and they're wonderful. And this one's quite dry. But application-wise, well, that went on better. Let me try using this out and so it softens it. The blender softens it a little. Maybe you can get it on with your finger and then soften it with the blender. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. It really shouldn't. But it's a beautiful color. Once you get it on your face, I can see me using this color in the spring a lot. But it's hard to get it even too. That's the other thing, because it's... All right. I think I got it now. All right, well, it's beautiful. We'll see how it handles, how it holds up. Let's go ahead and find a highlight brush. I should have had all this ready, but I was just so excited to get it to you guys. I didn't even take the time. Hold on. All right, let's try her Super Glow highlighting powder. This is for light to medium, is what it says on the back of the box. And beautiful. That's a nice highlighter. That does what I expected it to do. It's beautiful. It's really pretty. Yeah, I think you guys will like that highlighter. And I think you'll like the blush. I think it's just that the blush is like dry. Like the application might get you a little bit annoyed. Like it did me. It just is like hard to get the blush on and figure out like the best way to use the blush. Maybe I need to play with it more. I don't know. But anyway, there is the cheek duo and the eye. I do really think the eye look came out absolutely beautiful. And I think you could keep this simple by maybe not using, like if you want a day look, maybe just using these three or these four and not using this dark one if you want to just do a little bit of a simpler eye. So I do have the Natasha Denona Diamond Glow, and I wanted to compare the blushes. I think just looking at this, I think they're darker, but I wanted to compare the blush swatch here and feel the just the consistency. So it feels a little less dry now that it's warmed up a bit. So maybe it just needs a little bit of warming up. All right, so there's the swatch, and that's actually about our swatch. There's two, there's a cream one here. This is the cream one, this is the powder. I'm gonna swatch both just for color purposes. So let's do the cream one first. All right, this cream one is way more creamy than what we have in here. There's the color difference. So they are different tones. And then there's this cream to powder one in here too. Oop. You can see that's more got a different sheen. So they are different. This one is definitely more dry, but it did warm up. Now that I've really kind of dug in there and got it, it warmed up and it's a little more creamy. That's a better swatch than the first one we had. But this one, her original in her Diamond and Glow palette, so much more creamy. And I like that formula a little bit better. I don't know if this definitely is a dusty rose, which is what it, what it's supposed to be. So it is a new color for you. You're not going to get a dupe in the color there, and I haven't seen any dupes that other people have done when they've shown their videos either, but I didn't see that comparison, so I wanted to show that to you. Let me just see what else I have. All right, we have the highlighting blush by Bloom. This is not even close. This is yet a different texture. That's more of a coral color. Actually, when you swatch it lightly, it's not too far off, but this is a pretty powerful, this is more of a powder highlight, and there's a shimmer in here. So there's that. But that is the same size, the little Bloom one, as the rose one. Then you have the Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette, and this is totally different. Again, you do have this cream blush, and I love this formula. I'd like to see more of this formula. This is a beautiful formula. This is a true cream, and it's beautiful, beautiful on the skin, especially more aging, mature skin. Stunning. This is our original here that we're working with. And then we have the Love Cheek Duo, which also has a highlight. And this also is kind of dry, like what we're dealing with in this one. So let's put this one up here. I got a little too much in my hand, so that and that are a little bit closer. This is still a unique color that you're getting from the new palette. Still a different color, all right? And then we have the Bloom here, and there's two creams here, both very different. Again, these type of creams are like this one that I love, and they're just beautiful. Okay, so there's that tone, and then you have, obviously this one's nowhere near. This is the really dark red. So you're getting all new colors. So, that's the new one here. So it is a different shade than all the other ones. This is still my favorite. These two glow formulas that you can find in the Bloom and Love palette are still my favorite creams that she's doing. These other ones are sort of chalky, and even the one in the Diamond and Blush palette is a lot creamier than what we have now. So anyway, hopefully those swatches have helped you to determine, that you're not going to get a dupe with this, but just know this is a little bit of a drier, and I had to really work it in. Once I got going, it is a little creamier once you get going with it. So anyway, guys, if you pick this up, let me know. I'll have it linked below. You can get it at Sephora. That might be your better deal because you won't pay the shipping costs of Natasha Denona. So if I can, I'll link it. If it's available, I'll link it at Sephora for you. If it's not available, then I'll link it where I can find it at Natasha Denona. And it might also be on Beautylish. And you get free shipping on Beautylish too, and they always send you a free gift. So I love ordering, and they're quick. I love ordering from them. So, but anyway, yeah, so I am pleased to see that we have a unique shade in the blushes. So, because these are all kind of we got these really beautiful cool tones. This one that I swatched from the Love palette is a little bit warmer. And then, of course, this one that she just gave us. And then, of course, this one, that blends out beautifully. Don't be afraid of that if you're worried about getting the Love palette. Someday I'll do a review on that. I think I might have on my other channel at some point, but we'll come back and do some blush stuff with Natasha Denona at some point. But anyway, those are my blushes. That's the eye look with the new mini biba. Let me know if you picked it up, what you think. And like I said, the only disappointment that I have is that there is one shimmer, and I think this might be the only palette of the minis that has one shimmer. If you find another one that just has one shimmer, let me know. It's certainly out of the ones that I have just sitting here, and I have more, but I mean, there's 4 of them right here, and all 4 of these have more than one shimmer. They have at least 2, sometimes 3. So, but I am excited still to have this. I think the eye look is really, really beautiful for every day, especially if you've got some blue eyes. These are the ideal colors for blue eyes. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe for more fashion, and well, not fashion. Fashion's at Southern Yankee. Southern Yankee Beauty is all about our beauty, makeup, skincare. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.